DeltaT Systems Private Limited. DeltaT presents DuoDel, with next-generation two-stage evaporative cooling technology that can deliver air below the ambient wet bulb temperature i.e. more than 100% efficiency for better comfort. In our blow-through design, 100% ambient air enters the machine through the fresh air damper while getting through the filter section. In the first stage, or the indirect stage, the air is pre-cooled sensibly through our coil-based heat exchanger. The heat is absorbed by water in the coil, which is in turn adiabatically cooled in the secondary section. During the second stage, or the direct stage, the pre-cooled air is then passed through the primary adiabatic heat exchanger, thus reducing the temperature further. Sensible cooling in the first stage reduces the dry bulb temperature without moisture addition and proportionately decreases the wet bulb temperature based on ambient conditions of the DBT and relative humidity. The second stage further reduces the temperature through adiabatic cooling, bring it closer to the new wet bulb temperature of the air. Consider ambient conditions of Ahmedabad with DBT 43.1 degrees Celsius, WBT 23 degrees Celsius, and IH 17.3%. After first stage, we can achieve DBT 31 degrees Celsius, WBT 19.4 degrees Celsius, and IH 33.2%. After second stage, the resultant conditions would be DBT 21.1 degrees Celsius, IH 85.6%. The temperature is below the ambient wet bulb temperature with significantly lower power consumption. DeltaT presents HYDLE with hybrid cooling technology with BMS compatibility. During monsoon conditions, efficiency of evaporative cooling decreases. So, refrigerant or chilled water coil designed at the desired heat load is additionally introduced in the two-stage machine to make it suitable for hybrid operations. Further, for air conditioning cycle, we're introducing a mixing box chamber with return air damper for recirculation of air. The machine comes fully automated with 6 inbuilt modes of operation that can be monitored and controlled with BMS. Dry ventilation mode. 100% filtered fresh ambient air without any further treatment shall be supplied through the machine at ambient air conditions. Indirect evaporative cooling mode. Only sensible cooling of fresh air takes place through coil-type heat exchanger without moisture addition. Direct evaporative cooling mode. The machine works as conventional air washer, wherein only adiabatic cooling of fresh air takes place through cellulose pads or media. Indirect plus direct cooling mode. The two-stage evaporative cooling technology of DuoDel is in the working, bringing temperature below the ambient wet bulb temperature. Treated fresh air cooling mode. 100% fresh air is pre-cooled to coil-type heat exchanger and then passed through the refrigerant coil for the machine to function as efficient TFA. Air conditioning mode. The return air damper automatically opens for recirculation of cool air while closing the main fresh air damper. 10% fresh air damper opens in the box for mixing. The air is passed directly through the refrigerant or chilled water coil for air conditioning effect, especially during monsoon season when evaporative cooling is less efficient. Our vast product range features HYDLE, DuoDel, Smart AHUs, floor-mounted and ceiling-suspended AHUs, heat recovery units, treated fresh air units, pre-cooling units, single-stage air washers, wet scrubbers, fan coil units, air pressurization of ventilation units. Our process is a synergy of consultation, designing, manufacturing, material supply, installation, commissioning, and handover, followed by lifetime after-sales support. We cater to all the segments, have successfully commissioned multiple projects, and boast highly respectful clientele. Visit our website at www.deltat.co.in. Do contact us and get in touch to improve your air quality further.